Today, names like Bo Diddley, Mary Wilson and the Everlys brothers arrived in Melbourne for one of their biggest gigs.
Aboard this jet were 5 VIPs, very important performers, and in the arrival hall dozens of people with long memories. They were waiting for 5 of the biggest singing names from the 50s, 60s and 70s. The first celebrity to appear was Phil Everly of Everly Brothers fame, who was mobbed at his limo.
Phil, oh my God, he's named after you.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That's right, this fan actually named his son after Everly, so young Phil met his idol and namesake.
What's your favourite song?
Break Up with Susie.
Don Everly slipped past the crowds into his car.
On the third leg of the Legends of Rock tour, and fans of all ages turned out to welcome their idols.
It was meant to be a quiet arrival for the Legends of Rock, but no chance of that once the Everly Brothers fan club got wind of flight details.
How long have you been a fan for?
Since I was 13. 13? Yes, over 30 years.
While Don Everly made a quick escape, brother Phil was inundated with gifts of wall plaques and boomerangs and was left to sign the autograph books.
The Everly brothers, Mary Wilson, Leslie Gore and Bo Diddley, will be joined tomorrow by Chuck Berry and Jerry Lee Lewis for 3 shows at the National Tennis Centre. Hugh Riminton was there among the faithful.
The 50s, rock and roll. The music hooked in some people and never let them go. But now there are generations of fans like Don and Phil here.
They're named after the Everly Brothers.
And Andrew Cosmack and his mate Dean.
It was old stuff, but it was sort of new to us. And, you know, since then we've just gone hooked on it, you know? Yeah. This is the great music.
Observing tradition, the Everlys were caught as they tried to sneak into the limousine.
Let him through, kids. Cool. Come on, you sign this for us?
Yeah.
Oh! Thanks, Phil. Phil, take that. Phil!
I'm sorry.
And behind the Everlys, the rest of the stars.
30 years ago.
And every year since.
Yeah, every year since, and still are. And things don't come back, they just never went away.
What's it like being part of such a big show?
Like it was, you know, years ago. It's just deja vu. It's like it was when it began. Rock and roll began. There was package tours, show of stars. You go out, you sing your one hit, and then you would have sometimes 25 acts, one hit a piece.
In the very beginnings, I used to call the big packages were the most fun to do all the tours with because everybody was like a fraternity brothers out on a, you know, party, and it's very similar to that. And it's I always called it the golden age of rock back then. And this is just like it, except that it's going to be very short and just only for Australia.
Best part, how you can have breakfast with Chuck Berry and Bo Diddley, you know, talk about old times. That's the only way to do it.
All of you have done so much in those intervening years. It must be incredible to get back together again.
Well, I think that everybody had kind of an interest in doing it. I know that when the idea came up, that's one of the reasons I wanted to do it, is just to do it one more time. And the chances of doing it again in life is probably nil, you know.
I think there's a lot of credit should be given to people that put it together here.
Yeah, they did a good job.
You know, they've done a good job at that.
How do you get so many egos together, though? That's what I want.
Well, there's very little ego, yeah. There's no ego involved in rock and roll, not if you were in the beginnings. Most of us are just way past all of that silliness, you know.
What I want to know is when you're travelling around, who gets the presidential suite in the hotels?
It ain't us.
You want the
There's no, Don and I can't do it because we're no...
It's going to be interesting. The Everly Brothers, of course, I've worked with the Everlys before.
Yeah,
and their hits just keep on
terrific
coming.
harmonies, the Everlys. This would be sort of almost a once-in-a-lifetime thing, wouldn't it?
Well, I think so, because the enormity of the costs, only the Toyota coming along and sponsored the thing, it would have cost $150 a ticket, you know, but now it's down, you know, to a regular type happening.
Now, can I ask you how much, sort of approximately, it costs to put on a show like this? Approximately?
No, I wouldn't even hazard a guess. I suppose it'd be $1 million or more. Yeah, it'd be more than $1 million because a lot of transportation. There's probably 120 people involved with the show for a start, plus the fees and you know, stages. And this is entirely different staging to what anybody's seen before. This is really fantastic.
For thousands of fans at the first Legends of Rock and Roll concert in Brisbane, it just didn't matter. Their only thought was a once-in-a-lifetime chance of seeing such greats as Chuck Berry, Jerry Lee Lewis, Bo Diddley and our own Cole Joy perform together. Rick Burnett reports.
Music historian Glenn A. Baker.
It's like a celebration of a lifestyle that has touched millions and millions of people over the years. And as such, I mean, it really transcends what we've normally related as a rock and roll concert.
When I want you in my arms, when I want you and all your charms, whenever I want you, all I have to do is dream, dream, dream.
Good fun there. Rick Burnett reporting. We'll be back with more in a moment.
Don't let him steal it away. Gonna learn to dance if it takes me night and day.
It's the unforgettable music of the 50s, sung by people now in their 50s, except the ageless and still supreme Mary Wilson.
Actually, I'm celebrating my 30th anniversary as a Supreme. Yeah, that's quite something, huh?
How old were you when you started?
6. All I want you to do for me is give it to me when you come home. Hey, baby, just give it to me when you come home. I mean, it's fantastic. When I heard that Bo Diddley was on the show, Chuck Berry, the Everlys brothers, Leslie Gore. I used to work with Leslie Gore on the Dick Clark tours back in 1964.
A lot of kids have been misled by what they think was rock and roll. And this is rock and roll, what you're hearing tonight. This is rock and roll, not a bunch of screaming guitars, you know. It's a new music. They could call it new music, anything they wanted, but lay off the word rock and roll. Diddle, bought a baby diamond ring. And if that diamond ring don't shine, he gonna take it to a private.
And for the 53-year-old Cole Joy, the concert MC, playing to his biggest audience ever, 11,000 people, and in this company, it was a new career peak, and he cherished it.
So how am I coming up? Like a real person?
Like a real person out of the 60s.
You wouldn't believe this. I got my suits made by Andy Ellis in 1959, right?
So this is an original?
No, he made this for me the other day, same bloke. Yeah, but I've got some originals, but they're getting a little bit tight on me now.
Now you can't beat the sound of a rock and roll rhythm. Roll, rock. When they first found the beat, they wouldn't listen. When I want you in my arms, when I want you and all your charms, whenever I want you, all I have to do is dream.
In the 60s, real-life brothers Don and Phil Everly captured the hearts of a generation with their exquisite two-part harmonies.
The Everly brothers, Don and Phil!
Thank you, Melbourne. Thank you so much. Good to be back. Good to be part of this celebration of rock and roll. If you know some of the words of these songs, sing along. and all your charms. Whenever I want you, all I have to do is dream. Dream, dream, dream. When I feel blue in the night and I need you to hold me tight. Whenever I want you, all I have to do is dream. I can make you mine, taste your lips of wine, anytime, night or day. Only trouble is, gee whiz, I'm dreaming my life away. I need you so that I could die. I love you so, and that is why whenever I want you, all I have to do is dream. I can make you mine, taste your lips of wine, anytime, night or day. Only trouble is, gee whiz, I'm dreaming my life away. I need you so that I could die. I love you so, and that is why whenever I want you, all I have to do is dream. Dream, 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 dream. Dream, 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 This first song in this medley we wrote on the plane coming back from Australia many decades ago. Never felt like this until I kissed you. How did I exist until I kissed you? Never had you on my mind. Now you're there all the time. Never knew what I missed until I kissed you. Kissed you. Oh yeah. Things have really changed since I kissed you. My life's not the same now that I kissed you. Oh yeah. You got a way about you. Now I can't live without you. Never knew what I missed until I kissed you. Kissed you. Oh yeah. You don't realize what you're doing to me. And I didn't realize what a kiss could be. You got a way about you. Now I can't live without you. Never knew what I missed until I kissed you. Kissed you. Oh yeah. Kissed you. Kissed you. Oh yeah. Kissed you. that's for sure. And each time I hear this sound, here it comes. That's Cathy's clown. That's Cathy's clown. That's Cathy's clown. That's Cathy's clown. Wake up, little Susie, wake up. Wake up, little Susie, wake up. People get sound asleep. Wake up, little Susie, and wake. The movie's over, it's 4 o'clock. We're in trouble deep. Wake up, little Susie. Wake up, little Susie. Yeah, what am I gonna tell your mama? What am I gonna tell your mama? What am I gonna tell our friends when they say, ooh, la la, wake up, little Susie. Wake up, little Susie. Yeah, I told your mama, you being my dear. Susie, baby, look like we moved again. Wake up, little Susie. Wake up, little Susie. We gotta go. Wake up, little Susie. Wake up. Wake up, little Susie. Wake up. The movie wasn't so hot. We didn't have much to watch. We fell asleep, our goose is cooked, our reputation is shot. Wake up, little Susie. Wake up, little Susie. Well, what am I gonna tell your mama? What am I gonna tell your mama? What am I gonna tell our friends when they say, ooh, la la, wake up, little Susie. Wake up, little Susie. Wake up, little dedicate this to everybody out there that's been in love. I bless the day I found you. I want to stay around you now and forever. Let it be me. Don't take this heaven from one. If you must cling to someone now and forever, let it be me. When I'm with you, love, I find complete love. Without your sweet love, oh, what would life be? So never leave me lonely. Say that you love me only, and that you'll always let it be me. Each time we meet, love, Say that you love me only, and that you love